can change. Not only the festival, we're talking with people from the administration, have a joint evaluation of the conference and the festival. So please, when that form comes, do submit it when it's still, the experience is still fresh in your mind, so we can work on. 2 years pass quickly. It's enough to organize the next one better. And the other one is I'm going to share, I think this is the best thing to do, I'm going to share a Dropbox folder for everyone to put their photos and videos or recordings from what you have filmed. So we don't need to put everything online all the time, I mean on media. Just share it among us, use it for future promotional material, whatever we need.
Awesome.
Dropbox works, yeah? Okay.
I have a quick follow-up on that. The official Choreomundus students page that we have on Facebook, would you agree that that is a page only for Choreomundus students and professors or people that were involved with Choreomundus? Because I see people that have nothing to do with Choreomundus and their members.
There's a closed one and there's an open one.
The Choreomundus students is an open one.
Yeah.
So, and I'm the administrator, so I will lock it, and you can be a member, and those members that have nothing to do with Choreomundus will be deleted.
Yeah. I never approve any requests because I don't know the people.
Yeah,
so
yeah, it was the same.
No, but it, like I received the I applied even before applying to Choreomundus because I had some questions and it was really useful for me.
So maybe we could close it. But we have something in the...
No, but there are people.
We have the page for that.
Yeah.
For people to send messages.
You have what on this page.
Yeah. Because this is to share information and pictures and photos, and I don't want
personal
someone
things,
to look at. So if you agree, then we'll do it.
Cool.
And I have another suggestion, like after all at the beginning I remember we were saying that it's so difficult the communication and to get information, and you know, like sometimes we need a profile of the people from the program or even just a picture, or even like we were talking about the abstracts. And I feel like when I receive an email from you, like no now, but before it's like, I don't know who is these people, I don't have time. But now I feel like maybe we should create more links into the cohorts. And I can offer myself, at least for cohort 5, and if you give me a specific task, because I'm a really good worker, and you said that, really, hey, we need a profile from the people from your cohort. Can you please do that? And I was like, yeah, sure, I can address that. I can feel it's easier for me to talk with cohort 5, but it's difficult for me to go on cohort. They don't know me, you know. It's not that.
We'll get our present.
I cannot go and say like, hey, I need a picture from cohort 2. Like, who is this?
Yeah, please reflect on the cohort. Who wants to do that for them? Like, for example, our next task will be to collect all the abstracts from all the dissertations. Another thing that goes in with that is membership. Please, you know, it's very informal, but it's very important to have the visibility online. A photo of you, a short bio. Please send it in your local language as well.
So that's the task.
What is the deadline?
Yes.
We don't have
There's no deadline. It was 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Right now with the people.
Now you go.
No, but you're sending me, I have an issue with email. I was talking with
But this email came 2 years ago and we already set it out in
I send it every time. So we use MailChimp for a newsletter, and it will come end of this month. It's 2 times a year. Just what's been going on. If you haven't been receiving it, I will post on the group. I post it also as an HTML on a web page that you can open. But I have everyone's email, and I also send the GDPR thing that if you have any objection of us having your personal data, please let us know. So nobody has.
So far the request for each person, it's a profile with a picture in English and in
in addition, an abstract.
So I will be in charge of cohort 5. I'm already volunteering.
We will send emails also with the alliance.
Yes.
And those who are active like in the academic field and have papers published, it's also good to include in their bios. Not
Absolutely, and we should cite each other also. If you publish. Yes, absolutely. If we don't cite each other, who else will?
Not many so far. Great.
One other question about the operating committees. Is creative writing, are you proposing creative writing to be an operating committee? And this is
no, not for the moment, unless there are people interested in creating something around creative writing, then in this case, yes, there will be an operating committee. I mean, it needs to have like, the topic needs to have lots of interested people. So, so this, no, for now it's not.
It's in between, maybe translate to something in a journal, in something that we might want to create.
Before that, there was this idea of having an academic journal, actually. And that could be an operating committee that I would propose. Because I did propose that before this time. But it was lots of work, and not many people were like on board. Because it takes lots of work to produce. It can be an online academic journal for us. But this needs also people.
I'm sorry, it's just for my own purposes. I want to say out an idea that might sound particularly a bit about the next thing, and you can all think about it, and then we can go from there or discuss it somewhere. But there's no other place for me to say that. So I'm proposing that Choreomundus events, like Choreomundus Festival and Choreomundus, not Choreomundus Conference, but Choreomundus Festival itself, with the lecture demonstrations and the workshops and performances, would have to have an obligation of cooperation. So it has to always be at least 2 Choreomundus people working together on whatever kind of workshop or whatever they are. We already have it here as well, like some people are doing cooperation, because we can present our solo work anywhere. Like this has nothing to do with Choreomundus. I can be a solo artist everywhere. But we have so little possibilities to work together and to use what we have with each other. So I was just wondering if Choreomundus is these people from all the world coming together, then to actually build upon that, the festival that has this place that we do. This is my suggestion.
I would just say one thing that, coming from someone who did collaborate with somebody else and we were not physically together, that can sometimes be really difficult leading up to the actual event, because if it requires being in the same place at the same time, that's forcing
But it
people
doesn't have to.
I know it doesn't have to, but it does limit what
I think
this is the
challenge. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
so-
Like, this is a good challenge, maybe.
I think then the operating committee on the collaborations can come into play, where maybe they say that, hey, I have somebody who lives here and they have a space where you can use what you can use as a residency. So both of you can go there, or if you have funding, and then in that way it could create even further collaborations and
But I
the
also mean
meaning
that
of
maybe
this.
to share like talent even in a more wider way, that maybe in my performance somebody else creates the musical background or brings in the video installation for this performance. Maybe it can be in much more wider and
To think that we have a pool
artistic
of,
way, yeah. So it doesn't have to be that us 2 performers are now sharing the stage somehow. It can be that he brings a national costume to me or something, and we work on some absolutely other ways. So
I completely support it. It was more just about making it an obligation.
No. Well,
That was
I'm
the word,
actually
so
suggesting to make it an
she
obligation.
is.
So yeah, I'm
That's the only thing
suggesting.
I was.
no, but not an obligation that will like puzzle you and not. You have to communicate with someone who lives in Australia and you can't find one common hour to communicate. It's just that as a mentality to always have in mind that this is our spirit and this is how we work. Just like
That's
in
how I think about
ICTM, the
it.
symposium in ICTM that's following, they don't have parallel sessions because they say that everyone has to be present for everyone. So that's the notion, that's what we're proposing. So it's not there to make things difficult, it's just to keep the values that we have. So